I'm Ethan Caudill-DeRego, Redwood Voice youth reporter and 20th century history enthusiast. I've been working here at Redwood Voice for over 1 whole year, and during that time I have gained so much experience in the field of journalism. Applying my interest in history, I've created 2 hit videos with some of the most views in Redwood Voice history. I've also worked with the Historical Society and other local organizations to raise awareness about educational events, volunteer opportunities, and our county's history. Since working at Redwood Voice, I've also been given many opportunities to delve into my intense interests, such as my vinyl show some Thursdays at 11 called Sovietsky Grand Plastinok, or Soviet Vinyl Records. During that show, I not only subject our listeners to Soviet-era 1980s synth pop and rock of the Perestroika era, but I also bust the misconceptions about the USSR and talk about Soviet history. Another radio show I do is Rethinking Recycling with Ted Ward, the director of the Delmort Solid Waste Management Authority. Rethinking Recycling is the second to last Thursday of every month, from 10 to 10:30. However, sometimes we go till 11. For a recycling show, it can get quite rowdy. The show's theme song, Don't Dump It, was made by reggae artist Clinton Furin. My father and I convinced him and his wife to give us permission to use it. My most popular video covers the Jedediah Smith Mountain Men and boasts almost 7,000 views. In that video, I speak with some of the mountain men and women, learn their stories, their rendezvous names, and what brings them out to the extravagant event. Another popular video I had the pleasure of working on, and also the first video I produced with Redwood Voice, was the bombing of Brookings, Oregon. In that video, I speak with filmmaker Alana Soul, who created a movie about the bombing called Samurai in the Oregon Sky. I used, with her permission of course, some of the footage from it in the YouTube video. I also spoke with the model maker who created the model submarine put on display at the Chetco Library on the anniversary of the bombing. Also pertaining to local history is the Goal Historical Passport Program, an event that happens every month, where staff from Greater Outdoor Access and Learning and the Historical Society take you around Delmort County and the museum to share the tales of our local history. Whether it's through State Farm or the Red Cross, you are bound to recognize the name Mary Dorman. We at Redwood Voice have interviewed her many times, most notably during the recent fires. I myself interviewed Mary Dorman regarding our local Red Cross to raise awareness and bring in more volunteers. Some more recent work I've done includes some of the camera work on the Val Polyanin piece. Val's art, with its many unique shapes, contours, and crevices, provided a great opportunity for some intuitive shots. Another recent story, the North Coast Junior Lifeguards train every summer, and right before our power went out, I got invited down to document it. I interviewed members from every link of the chain of the lifeguard command structure, and found out exactly what goes into becoming and being a lifeguard. One of the most recent stories I've covered is the Artist in Residence program. Tara Lynn of the Redwood Parks Conservancy contacted me following my coverage of the North Coast Junior Lifeguards to cover the first Redwood National and State Parks Artist in Residence, Alicia Wilson. Knowing Alicia as one of my instructors from Sunset High, I was delighted to take on the story. For the piece, I was not only joined by my cohort Sebastian, but also our newest recruit on his very first story, Rory McCain. Since the Artist in Residence piece, me and Rory have teamed up on several holiday-related pieces that you should expect by the new year, including the first annual Holiday Boat Light Contest and the first annual Christmas Car Meet. Another holiday-related piece that's cooking for after the new year is regarding the Christmas Model Train Show in Brookings, Oregon. With all of these upcoming holiday happenings to look forward to, next year's local news, and all of our other fun stories planned for the future, you really ought to follow our YouTube at Redwood Voice. For Redwood Voice Community News, I'm Ethan Caudill-DeRego.